your big sword out. Flap.
That was a couple clips right there.
Good evening, everybody, and we are back.
So fucking fucked.
It's so good to be back. I hope that you all are doing good.
I can't see shit. Y'all left me alone. I'm dead. Yeah, I just got killed. Oh, that's fucking creepy. Oh, God. That they're spawning in on us.
Okay, and Matt, you need food. You left first.
All right.
Actually, take this.
What the fuck?
That is gonna get
Clip
you back
that.
to half health,
Somebody
which is
please
exactly
clip
where you
that.
were.
Somebody please clip that. Somebody just clip that. Now, we have one dog. She always had the worst fucking farts. And she cut one time while she was laying on the couch between me and my wife while we were watching TV, and we were literally gassed out. We were like, and it was silent but deadly because dogs don't have cheeks, so we didn't hear it, but boy did we smell it. That night, and Lord be kind to the starving pygmies in Africa.
That's short and fun size.
Shit, that's like snack size. It's not even fun size anymore.
Bite size.
That's bite size, right? Pint size.
I will drink water in a minute. I am not a dehydrated little bitch, okay?
I don't know, but I'm straddling your face right now.
Where are you? Oh, yeah. I can figure safe from this angle. You got something in your nose. Oh, fuck is that camera angle? You bent over, it's like, what in the fucking upside-down Spider-Man is this?
Damn, like I forgot about half of these clips. I need this. I need this energy in my life right now.
Yeah, no, I know, Spartan. You shouldn't be laughing, but it was pretty damn funny.
They both wear leather when it full tilts. Damn, that's a good one, baby.
This is my ride everything fantasy, okay?
What's up, Josh? Yep. Larry the Cable Guy reference.
I've trapped you. I'm riding you like I am breaking you like bull. My noble steed. He is. We should just leave him here and just let him keep doing this because he looks like he's. You guys' faith in me and support of me. I don't get me wrong. I have plenty of belief in myself. But you guys believing in me.
I don't even know if I don't know if the ads even ran. Like there was supposed to be an ad break.
I don't see you anymore.
Matt Dirt's this year. I can't play my trumpet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just like 800 things going wrong, but not going to trauma dump in chat right now. Luckily, things are looking up, and I'm having a good time hanging out here. Triabs, first of all, it's never trauma dumping. If anybody ever needs to vent, that's why we're here. As long as I say, please, sir, may I have some more?
Please stop it.
No, I'm not going that far. No.
You're not, I did.
You did.
Daddy.
All right. Giving everybody a chance to get back in here. Yeah, usually will, but doesn't on YouTube anyways. On Twitch, the bot will. And the bot did announce it on Twitch. But YouTube's a different monster.
82.9 thousand yen.
Okay, now that we have set up our base.
Son of a fuck.
I'm giving everybody a little bit of time to get in here because I think they forgot I existed.
Okay, it stopped. Never mind. I was like, I'm just watching this tree roll. Get out of the way. Move.
I saw the shadow.
Wow, Dragon's already trying to kill people with a log.
I did. I'm liking this Seraphim class.
I get ads on YouTube anyways. Premium is a godsend, and I hate ads.
Yeah, like literally,
Yeah.
like, you did find me playing Wang Simulator. I have no idea. Condensed milk is delicious.
Yeah, it's a tank destroyer and covered.
Yeah, it's a tank destroyer in camo. Yeah.
Stop it.
Ray being needy.
Ow! Gosh. And it's tickling and itching my eye.
Oh, I don't have a hair kit.
Okay, I got to see the end of this clip. All right. Ugh.
I'm surprised it literally did not just.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. I am back from vacation. It was kind of a mixed bag in Hawaii. There was some great stuff. We did have some fun, but there's some stuff that I'm just like, that was a tourist trap and we fell for it. But overall, it was a good trip. Got to be there for our friends getting married, and it was a good time. I hope that you all been good for the week. We are going to be going. I'm really gonna try to push to stream more. Now that I'm back, now that I'm rested, now that I'm relaxed, and now that, yes and no, there's stuff that wasn't a tourist trap, but unfortunately, if you're staying in the hotels, you're near the tourist traps, and everything's going to be a tourist trap. We found some great food, for good local Hawaiian food, but you had to get out of Waikiki. You had to get out of Honolulu, out of Waikiki, and out into the hills, and basically, honestly, the North Shore and the other side of the island. I had a great time though. We did have a good time. It was good. It was really, really good, overall. And I'm just glad to be back. I'm gonna get everything set to where it needs to be. You want to go for the food and the fishing. So honestly, like, I wish that I had planned a fishing trip. I will say that I do wish that I had planned a fishing trip for while I was there. Because now they did have boats that went out. Like, I could have gotten on an open party boat. The thing is, I did not, because I saw one. Oh, I opened a wrong Diablo. Hawaii is the biggest tourist trap state as you're surrounded by ocean. I see. Yes and no. I mean, there's literally better. There's better islands to go to than Oahu. Going even to the little or the other islands is probably the better idea. I think a lot of people get stuck on Oahu. I've got to fix some things here real quick. Everything's rusty. It's like I got to dust the cobwebs off. Hawaii is a tourist trap, and there is plenty of stuff that makes it a tourist trap. But I'll be honest, I don't think it's as big of a tourist trap as it could be. I think that you just need to know you need to figure out where to go and not fall for the shiny advertisements. That's really what it comes down to. Let's switch over here as I fire up the game. But it was fun. You want to go for the food and the fishing? I want to go fishing there. I do want to go fishing there. I want to get what I really, really want is what I really want to do is I would love to get like I'd love to go and actually reserve like an open party, or not an open party, but a private charter for the fishing, because we went to a spot that had what was it? We went to a spot that had the most amazing poke, the best tuna poke that you could have, that you could imagine. Like, this stuff was just super fresh. And you know why it was so fresh? Because there's literally video and pictures of the owners of the place out catching the fish that they use in their poke. Did I at least visit Pearl Harbor? Nope. I did not go to the Pearl Harbor Memorial. I did not have the... We were busy with other things the days that we were there, and we didn't really plan this as a full vacation for us. We spent a lot of time eating and going around and hanging with our friends. So that's, you know, that's what we did. I did not go to the Pearl Harbor Memorial. I've seen the Pearl Harbor Memorial. I don't need to go there. And honestly, it's kind of not what it was with the new thing that they've got. I'm just like, I didn't need to go. I really didn't. Cloud, thank you so much for the resub, dude. I really appreciates it. Okay, I think where we left off, yeah, we were in the, okay, so the one thing that I did wish that we had done, no, Cat, no, you come over here or you're going to get put on the floor. No, you're not going to sit in front, you get in front of the monitor, I'm throwing you on the floor. That's your option. That's right. You stay right there until somebody redeems treats for you. You don't get in the way of Daddy's monitor. I have to retrain this cat. I really do. I've realized that I give into her too easily, and she needs to be she needs to learn. So she gonna learn. Like, I'm sure there's probably even a charge to go to the thing. I am sure that there is literally I'm quite certain it came within a pube's breadth of sunstroking today. Ew, dude, that's not good. By the way, I want y'all to know something. If you didn't see it in the Discord, this cat, while I was gone, knocked over both things of treats, and that's apparently all she ate the entire week that I was gone on the trip, because my mother-in-law said that she didn't eat any of the food that she put down for her. So, yeah, no, honestly, the only thing that I probably would have done, and I need to turn the game down in my ears because I'm going to start yelling. The only thing that I really wish that we had done is, I 100% will say this. She has been, like, all up my ass since I got back for pets. Like, she's been really loving on me, and it's kind of odd. Because usually she only does that for treats. What was I going to say? There's a couple of things. One, luau's, they're all right. They're all right. But they're not, I don't think they're worth the price of admission. The cultural activities and the dances are cool, but it seems like from everything that I've seen for all of the advertisements, you get the same show no matter which one you pick. Maybe a little bit more, or the show is a little bit more ornate or something, but most of them are the same. And the whole pig roasting thing is kind of a lie, because, well, yes, they do roast an entire pig for you, or they do roast an entire pig. It's for a demonstration of roasting a pig. It is not actually for you to eat. I felt kind of gypped, because I was like, hey, roast pig, I'm there. Especially whole roast pig. But it was like the cultural stuff was really cool. I will say, Sarkuni is $1 for the Arizona Memorial, but requires reservation, and it's $7 for parking. So yeah, we did not make a reservation, and I'm glad that they're not overcharging for that, at least, because some of the stuff, like, I paid for things I would not have paid for like that. I'll be totally honest. There is a bunch of stuff that I would not have paid. Like, I paid the money, and in hindsight, I wish I had. It was fun though. I mean, live and learn. The one thing that I would have paid for over the luau, had we thought about it, is that on Oahu is where they filmed Jurassic Park. So you can literally go to where the back lot is, and they have ATVs that you get, and like they provide you a lunch, and you basically can spend the whole day cruising through Jurassic Park. I would 10 out of 10 do that. Like, it would have been cheaper than the luau too. I really like, we looked at that and we're like, oh, we wish we had done that instead. But at the end of the day, you know, you live and learn. I would go back. I would totally go back. I once saw a Black Pearl during one of your Hawaii visits. Oh, saw the ship, the Black Pearl. I believe it. That is something I would expect to see there, because I'm sure that they filmed part of the movies there. You know, the next time, Jason, you can tell people what to possibly expect. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There was really good food. At some of the places I would avoid though. Like some of the places I was like, yeah, no, that's way too much. The Dole Plantation was kind of cool, and I mean, as long as you kind of like, well, don't think about too much about how the plantation came about. But that's a story for another day. That was kind of that was an interesting thing, mainly to see how all this stuff has grown. And I didn't post the picture of it. I got to post a picture of the pineapple, because pineapple grow really neat. They're just neat. And tasty. I love pineapple. And the you know how they do coffee and cocoa and all of those things is just, it was a really cool thing. And I mean, they had really good coffee. I love Kona coffee. Hold on, let me kill these guys. Oh, I'm like, why am I so slow? Oh, I'm not running burst of speed. I'm like, I'm not running what I need to be running here. Let's see. Good thing I got more of these. So you survived sunstroke and spotted pirates. Next trip, find a long ship and make Viking Daddy proud. Yeah, you know, that was the one thing. I was like the only Viking in Hawaii. Like, I was the only Viking in Hawaii. But no, I will say this. I will say go to Hawaii. It's a beautiful it's a beautiful state. I wanted to say country because it honestly does feel like a whole nother world. It feels, it's so disconnected from here that it really did feel like a whole nother world. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun. And honestly, okay, I am not a fan of Spam, and I am not a fan of Masubi. Like, here, every time I've had it, I'm just not a fan. There's this one place we went called Masubi Cafe. And it literally was absolutely life-altering as far as how good the Masubi was. It was super delicious. They have their own marinade that they marinate the Spam in it, and it kind of cuts the super saltiness of it, and it just makes it so much better. It really makes it better. Of course you can't, because I put that there. Let's just do this. Right shield. I'm back to collecting blues because we need more money. And I need more town portals. Tuna, don't you go busting it. Don't you try to go busting into your treats. I'm telling you. I'm gonna have to discipline you more going further. Oh yeah, if anybody goes to Oahu, I can give you some ideas of places to eat now. I can tell you what to expect. Everything is definitely a bit more expensive no matter what you do. I think the biggest complaint that I have is, like, if you're staying at a hotel, you shouldn't necessarily have to pay for parking in addition to paying for your hotel. parking should be part of what you get. And the one thing that I did encounter was we paid a not insignificant amount for quote unquote valet parking. And the reason why is because if you didn't want a valet park, the only self parking was like a block away from the hotel. And that was only slightly less expensive a day than the valet parking. But that's becoming the same everywhere. You go to Vegas and it's the same. That one. This one. Just looking to see if I have any, like... Okay, I don't. Oh, I probably should also... and I think I know what to put points into now, so I think that I'm good. I think that I'm good. But I hope y'all had a great week. Hope y'all had a good weekend. One thing I am going to be trying to do is the plan right now is to try to stream more. Mainly because I can. Wait, where is my... Oh, there it is. I'm going to try to stream more and, you know, we're going to get through these games a little bit. I don't want to... Quicker doesn't really matter, but, I would like to get through them. You know, I would like to be able to play, like, not be spending months. And we might work in, like, here and there if I get, like, on a break between runs for various ARPGs, we might throw in a Souls game. I might actually get back into Souls when I'm feeling especially masochistic. I had an amazing weekend. I hope you had a good weekend, too. Pork Bun, you know I had a good weekend. By the way, everybody, Pork Bun is a friend of mine that I have met. A very awesome individual. Please welcome them. Yeah, I think that somebody's here. I think somebody's here is why. It was really bad today because we had a plumber over and Osita was losing her ever-loving mind. Pendolci's like, oh, hey, how are you? I'm all friendly. How you doing? Like, give me love. Give me pets. Osita's bark, 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 nonstop. Also, guys, if you have not seen it, the new Conjuring movie was actually really good. Like, I need to see the other ones because there's some that I have missed. I think I've only seen like a couple of them. What's up, Bitmancer? How's it going? Welcome in. Happy Monday to you. I've only seen a couple of them. I gotta see more. Because they did a really good job with them, and I have to say, for a series that there's like 4 or 5 movies of, they haven't gotten, like, they're all cohesive, but the story's like, it doesn't feel like a Friday the 13th repetitive. It doesn't feel like Friday the 13th style of being overly repetitive, which is nice. Where are you?
Welcome, Dranger.
Marcus, thank you so much for the resub, dude. I really, truly appreciate it, my friend. I'm overburdened. What am I carrying too much of? Well, there's that. I picked up that, and I don't need it. Alright, I want to see the last one. Also going to introduce the oldest to all of them and giggle at her screams. You know, okay, so this is the one thing that I will say is that I am still very, like, how do I put it? Like, inoculated against most jump scares. Like, even the jump scare portion, like, even those things that would make me, you picked a bad time to say goodnight. Dude, have a good night, Cloud. Get a good night's sleep, man. I hope that you have a wonderful night's rest, and sorry to hear about you almost getting sunstroke or heat stroke. The thing that I will say is that that's like not even that great. +1 to traps. Yeah, no, I don't use traps. The thing that I will say is that the jump scares did not get me. Like there's other horror movies where the jump scares get me. The Conjuring ones were you kind of I want to say predictable. Like they were just okay, I know it's coming and I'm ready for it. But what I like about the Conjuring movies, and this is the one thing that I really, really do like about them, is that the Conjuring movies overall are there is because they're basically telling a lot of the stories. There was a lot of tension, not a lot of jump scares. You're right about that. The thing that I think that I like about them the most is I like the fact that they are there's an actual it's not made up out of whole cloth story, but there's a lot of story because these are like real investigations that they did. So it's like there's a history to everything that's in them. It's not made up new. She was introduced to Paranormal Activity movies and there's barely any jump scares and she screamed. Yeah, I will say this about Paranormal Activity though. At least the first one, once you've watched it the first time, if you watch it the first time, it's actually it's pretty creepy. Like, I will say that it's pretty damn creepy. It got me. That one is one that actually got me with the couple of jump scares that are in it. It did get me. Yeah, it's the real investigations that the Warrens did, so I think that makes it a better horror movie, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, there are horror movies that have been made that have amazing, they have amazing lore behind them. 13 Ghosts, that was like an amazing horror movie that I really wish they had done a second or third one, or at least done what they had said they were going to do. And they were originally going to do spin-offs that told the story of each ghost. Like, I would have loved that. Because that one had a bunch of lore behind it. It had a reason. It wasn't your typical slasher flick. Like, it just wasn't not to say that, like, slasher flicks like Friday the 13th and Halloween don't have some stuff behind them. They really do. But they're kind of like cookie cutter at this point in time, I think. That's how I feel. Like, that's really how I sit there and I'm like, yeah, that one is that one, that's those type of movies. 13 Ghosts, Grave Encounters was another one that was just really good. That was kind of almost a parody of the ghost hunting shows. But it worked real well. I really wanted a prequel movie to 13 Ghosts, and please call it The Awakening or something similar. I really, like, I don't even need a prequel. I just want a movie telling the stories of each ghost. Tell me the stories of the ghosts. That's what I want. I want to know the story, the history. Give me more. Well, no, but you need more than one. You need a bunch of movies. Like, each ghost could have probably had its own movie. Each ghost could have had its own movie. That's what I know what you mean, Marcus, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm just not being specific enough. Like, give me one that talks about the jock, or some of the older ancient ones, you know? Because some of them ghosts were like, yeah, they're from the Middle Ages. You had the one with the cage on its head. I also think the way that movie was shot was really good, too. The Conjuring really up there on movies that I would highly recommend. The one series that I will say that the one series that now I guess you could call it a series because they made a sequel to it. Smile and Smile 2. If you haven't seen Smile 2, if you've seen Smile and you have not seen Smile 2, you need to go make it a priority to see Smile 2. You really do. That movie is, whoa. Ad incoming. Let me know if an ad actually plays, because right now, I don't see the warning on my side telling me that there's going to be an ad like I used to. And I don't know if Stream Elements is saying that it's there. Did you guys see a thing saying there was going to be an ad? Ghost of Mars was okay. I've seen it. I've seen Ghost of Mars. I decided to go back to running the ads regularly because I don't want people getting stuck with ads when they come in. The haunting shows or movies were really good. Those were really good. I did enjoy the haunting series. I did really enjoy. I enjoyed the TV shows. Like they did a Netflix. I think it was Netflix did a haunting, or the haunting of. They did the haunting, like the haunting of Bly Manor and whatnot. Ghost of Mars is okay, but my favorite space horror movie has to be Event Horizon. Event Horizon was really good. Event Horizon was good. We'll be back in here when he gets home. Hey, drive safe. Drive safe. Prometheus. See, I enjoyed Prometheus. A lot of people who love the Aliens series and the Aliens movies hated it. I loved it. Like, and I'm a huge Aliens fan. I love the original. I loved the original. Oh shoot, I forgot to get. I need more healing potions. I love the original Alien movies. The original Alien movies. Aliens is my all-time favorite. Like, that movie wasn't even a horror movie. That movie was straight up nonstop action and butt kicking, and I loved it. Let me know if you get an ad. If you're not subbed and you get an ad, please let me know, because it should be running. I did set it up. Not that anybody wants ads, but it is what it is. I did like Prometheus. I actually did enjoy Alien Covenant. I have not watched the last one yet, and I've heard kind of mixed things about Alien Earth. I think Aliens is on a lot of Gen Xers' top 10 list. I mean, I was a kid when I first saw Aliens, so when I was like 5 or 6, I saw Alien and got the crap scared out of me. I really love Aliens, and I'm kind of an elder millennial. I'm like a Zennial. I was born on the cusp of Gen X / millennial. But yeah, I really do. It is a favorite. I think Aliens was a defining action movie of the 80s. Jurassic Park is definitely a millennial horror top 10. How can you even... I'm sorry. I don't think you can call Jurassic Park a horror movie. I really don't... I don't get where anybody in their right mind is going to call that movie a horror movie. You're a Zennial as much as you hate the word. Honestly, dude, I've kind of like leaned into it a little bit just so I don't have to say that I'm Gen X, because there's a lot of things with Gen X that I'm just like, nah, no, that's not me. That's totally not me. You were born at the end of the 70s? Yeah, I was born in 79. I was born in 79, so I got like I was at the exact end of Gen X. I was at the exact end of Gen X. And more, honestly, probably a little bit more of the millennial than anything else because of growing up with millennials, basically. Thriller suspense with the dinos hunting people when the power goes out. That's not horror. It had a few things, but not really. And Pork Bun, you're saying, are you saying Alien or Aliens is one of your favorite? They're all good. Alien was a masterpiece of suspenseful horror. It really was. It took me forever to finally sit down and watch that movie. We turned it off when the alien burst out when I was a kid. Like, once that alien popped out of that dude's chest, we as kids, where it was the middle of the night, we turned that shit off. Prometheus? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Prometheus was a... Prometheus, there was some... Now, I have a coworker who's a huge Aliens fan as well. Like, probably almost bigger than me. He hated Prometheus. He's like, they made them that they were way bigger, the space jockeys and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I like, at the end of the day, it was Ridley Scott who did the movies. So, you know, you can't say it wasn't his thing. Like, you can't say that, well, they were completely off plot because of it. What's that noise? Oh, okay. I know. I think I know what's going on. I think the gardener's here. I think the gardener came in tonight because I'm like, what is that noise? And I think I hear a weed whacker. Like, I can hear it over my headphones, so I know that that's what's going on. I loved Prometheus as an origin story. A lot of people didn't, but you saw AVP and AVP Requiem in theaters and loved both. See, dude, I gotta be honest. I enjoyed the first Aliens vs. Predator movie. I really, really did. I thought it was pretty well done. It was a pretty interesting idea. It blended stuff that made sense. Like Earth being a hunting ground, the Mayans kind of worshipping. I hope y'all aren't hearing that noise. I really do. I can kind of hear it. It blended a lot of the stuff that, and it made sense. Hold on one second. I'm gonna close the door.
Did you hear the one about the angry wife who tried to chop off her husband's penis but missed? She was charged with a misdemeanor. Oh fuck.
I can hear the
That's hilarious.
I could hear the sounds. So what was I saying? So I liked Alien versus Predator. I liked the first one. It stuck, yeah, it did stick to the lore for Predators. But then when they, like, I watched the second one, I did not see it in theaters, and I'm glad I did not pay for it in theaters. Because I'm gonna be completely honest. The moment that I saw that like Alien Predator hybrid running around spitting like gobs of alien fetus into into people, I was just like, nah, that's not it. No, we ain't doing that. Bye. I couldn't after that. I was like, okay, that's just ridiculousness. I don't remember that from not even any of the Dark Horse novels. Now, the alien predator hybrid, or the alien that emerges from a predator, was nasty, sure, but not that. It wasn't that. That was and it didn't, yeah, but it might have been for shock, but it didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense. Josh is over on YouTube for those wondering. Let's get that up. New skill. Like oh, you know what? It's okay. I'll pump that in there next time. Then again, it could have been from Dread versus Alien. Wait, was there literally a Judge Dredd Alien crossover? Did they do the same thing they did with Superman versus Aliens? I missed it. I wouldn't be surprised if I did, but I'm just kind of going, wait a minute, what? I think that this might be the tomb that we actually are supposed to go down into. I'm just not going to. Let's see. That I'll ditch that. Oh, that's not even unidentified. We get rid of that. We get rid of that. We get rid of that. Like I'm carrying stuff I don't even need. Again, the predators are an alien species called Yacha. Yes, I know that, Marcus. I know that. Like that's yeah. That's what they've been. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know that, you haven't watched the movies or the lore. I see you on both. I see you on both the YouTubes and Twitch. But no, like I just. Oh, you're on both. Oh, you're on both. It's like, wait a minute. I'm gonna. You know what I am gonna set up though? I'm gonna. Fuck it. I am gonna set up, and I'm gonna integrate. I'm gonna get a double chat, so that way both chat. Or I'm gonna get a thing set up so you can see both chats. I'm gonna set it up so that people on Twitch can see what people on YouTube are saying, and not just people on YouTube seeing what people on Twitch are saying. Because I really don't think I want everybody to be able to see what everybody's saying. That way you ain't gotta jump back and forth. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Okay, I don't need that. I do need to fill these up. Let's see. Okay, I don't need anything. Okay, this is this is not the tomb. It's just a bigger one. We're not at the one yet that's got the end of this level. I honestly think tonight, guys, I may just farm. I'm probably going to farm these tombs a bit because I feel like I'm not geared like I could be. The drops have not been kind. The RNG gods have not been good to me on this run. So if I can get more money to gamble, and yeah, like seriously, dude, RNGesus has been terrible to me in this. I literally have had better. I have not had I think they basically said, oh, you started this run over again because originally I was running this guy I was trying to work on this build off stream when I started playing again, and the RNGesus guys are like, wait, you went and sold all the stuff you had in your stash and you axed this character? Oh no, we're gonna make this hard for you now. And I know that farming doesn't necessarily matter in the early game, like especially on normal, but I would much rather farm a little bit and get some goodies than
freaking God damn it, Carice, really? I would rather farm and get some goodies than run into Duriel and get my butt beat. I really would. Damn you, Carice. Yeah, enter hard mode. Well, no, I'm not even at hard mode yet. We're not on Nightmare. What's up, Carice? Welcome in, man. No, Josh, not good job. Bad job. Bad Carice. Bad Carice. Bad. How you doing, man? How was your week? How have you been? I hope things are cooler out in your part of California. I won't ask if they're cooler for you, Josh, because you basically live in Arizona.
At least I caught a rant and didn't just hit a dead. This is true. Well, I think that so you got lucky. You caught an actual rant and not just dead air. Look at this. This is absolutely useless to me. Oh, yeah, I want to get more yellows. And it's a two-handed sword. Yeah. Okay, let me get the mana potion because that can go there. See, this is the kind of RNG I'm getting. Bad crease, bad. At least let another mod know so we can stack them up together. Marcus, you're not helping. You're not helping, sir. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new here and you're enjoying the rants and banter and silliness, please do consider hitting that subscribe button on YouTube, or hitting the like, and hitting the like button, but also maybe hitting the follow button if you're watching on Twitch. It'd be greatly appreciated. I'm gonna hold on to this ring. I know it's kind of nixing my attack rating, but at this point we're gonna be kind of looking to get some better freaking gear, so I'm gonna need the magic item stuff. Been in the 90s, and I think the big AC at work broke. Lucky window AC kind of works, at least not temps getting too high. Dude. I know that feeling though. I don't have AC, so I just roast. Yeah, almost happy first of fall to everybody, and it's still in the 80s here. I want my fall, okay? Since today is the first of... Oh, today is the first of... I'd love to see some 80s highs instead of 90s and 100s BS. Dude, 100% facts. I will say that it is cooler, or has been cooler here, than it was in Hawaii. I also am not dealing with the humidity here, which does make a huge difference. It was, insanely humid, obviously, in Hawaii. And believe it or not, the humidity got worse on one side of the island versus the other, because I was telling people about this earlier. I was talking earlier about it with somebody, and basically one side, the side of the island that we were staying on, it was humid, it was warm, but it never really rained. It sprinkled here and there, but it never truly rained. Now the other side of the island, I could look out the window from the hotel and see clouds get trapped on the other side of the island, and literally it would dump rain before the clouds could move overhead, and that led to it being like a jungle on the other side of the island. Of course, you don't have that prevailing coastal wind on one side of the island. Honestly, there was good winds from both sides, but it was also just like the clouds were so low they would literally get stuck on the mountains. Like, you couldn't see the mountaintops with how low and heavy these clouds were. How weird was it getting to wake up 3 later than you were used to? You mean 3 earlier? That is the one thing. Okay, that is the one thing that I will say straight up. Killed me. I can go back east to visit family, and I do not get jet lagged. I do not have any issues with being back east. I could not, the whole week we were there, I could not get used to the time change. It would be 5:30, 6 o'clock there, and it wasn't just me. We were both yawning up a storm, and like, we were ready for bed. Because it's just, that is the time that we normally went to bed. So it made it really weird. Like, it's easier to go back east. Yeah, it's going back in... no, going back in time is going to the East Coast. We kind of... Well... No, yeah, no, you're right. It is going back in time. It is going back in time. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm sorry. I got my signals crossed on that one. It is going back in time, and it really was like, oh, well, it's... I even said in Discord, I'm like, it's really weird that it's like 6 o'clock there, but it's only 3 o'clock here, and yada yada yada. It was crazy. I will say that made jet lag a real thing. But I've never had that going to the East Coast. I think I had that a bit when I first moved out here. But even coming back from the East Coast, like it's not like, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me like it did going to Hawaii. It really doesn't. I should have made myself, I should look into making myself a set of gear that's just for gear farming. Currently 81 in the building. Yeah, that's about what it got to in the house today. 81, 82. Which is not, honestly, I know that that's for some members of the community, that's really a warm. And it was warm, but it wasn't uncomfortable. And I'm sorry, I don't know why the heck somebody's using a chainsaw right now. I have zero control over the outside noise. If you all can hear that, I apologize. Dude, no, and it fucking stinks. Yeah, it's warm. I don't really consider it hot till it gets closer to 90. Same here, to be honest. Like, if I can tolerate anything 85 and below. I think it's the neighbors. I think it's the neighbors doing this shit. I'm gonna have a word with them about their timing. That's like the random method our neighbor decided to run the leaf blower at 3 a.m. I would be livid. I would literally be I would be so freaking livid. And oh my God. I just want to be like, bro, you know, you could not be doing that at this time of night on a weekday. Please. Do. I don't know. I think that this might be the tomb. This might be where I'm gonna find Duriel. I'll have to make note of it. And the downside is if I reset, I think that it reset. If I remember correctly, every time I reset, or no, maybe it not on this playthrough. It probably, or no, it shouldn't. It might reset where the location is. I know it'll make me have to explore everything all over again. That, since I got time. Also, Duke, welcome in, man. Good to see you. I hope that you're doing all right. Unfortunately, your neighbor is unneighborly as it is to run a chainsaw. So he isn't. Yeah, no, I know it's not against any law. I'm mostly kidding. I'm not gonna go over there and be like, because there's not, you know. If this is the only time, I don't know if it's even my neighbor or if they're running it in part of my yard and I'm just not aware of it. That's always a good possibility. Wait a minute. Wait. I gotta look up the laws. You mean to tell me that at 6 a.m. I went perfectly within my rights to go mow my lawn? I have to look up these rules because I'm always courteous enough to give somebody until like 9 o'clock, which by that time, at least here, it's kind of warm. So if I can be like mowing my lawn at 6 in the morning and nobody can complain about it, I might do it. That's how your noise ordinance. I don't know our noise ordinances, honestly. I don't know the noise ordinances here. Guys, I know that you're kind of missing this, and I apologize. This is all going banter coming from YouTube, and y'all don't get to see it because I haven't set that up yet. We're going to fix that. I just have to be off stream and mess around with a few things. I honestly think that what is making that noise isn't a chainsaw, it's a leaf blower. And the reason that I think it's a leaf blower is because there's a hell of a lot of fumes coming into my window right now. If you could pick any classic film to watch while melting at work, what's your go-to? I'd choose something with icebergs just for the mental AC. Yeah, you know, go check out the Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, go check out the Twitch. Or speak on the Twitch. The funny thing is there are nights, though, where the YouTube is the better place to be just because Twitch is having issues video-wise, especially if you're mobile. Dude, I saw these advertised on, what is it? I saw them advertised on Facebook. They literally have Antarctica expeditions and cruises now. You cruise down there, you like canoe into the ice or onto the ice, or take a Zodiac, and you get like they're hanging out with penguins, and they're doing all this stuff, and I'm just like, that looks so cool. It is a very, very expensive trip, but it looks pretty cool. Like that would be something I would totally do, I think. I think I would totally do that. I could see me on the ice. Potato, I am sure. Thank you so much for the biddies. I am pretty sure I would. No, dude. I like they showed them getting into the like all the layers that they wear down there, so you're nice and toasty inside. Your walk-on doesn't, dude. I don't like it. It might have been taken down by Blurp. I don't know. Blurp has been kind of slow. Thank you for the bits, though, man. I appreciate it. I'll take a look and see what's going on. I'll get back into Blurp and see what's going on. Maybe I've got to reconnect something. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I don't see Blurp. I might have to reconnect because I don't see Blurp actually. I mean, I don't know. I don't even think it's in the chat anymore, and usually it is. Dragus would box a penguin. Why would I box a penguin? Why? What reason? Dude, I don't want. No, I do not. I would never. Well, Carice's worked. Why on this earth? I would rather box a penguin than a kangaroo. Have you seen kangaroos? They're freaking jacked. They'll kick your ass. Literally. They'll just sit back on their tail and beat you with their hind legs. I am getting a lot more magic items. I'm not getting ones I can use. Dude, I'm sorry. Roos are kind of scary. Yeah, like you can just knock over a penguin. You know, it's kind of like, it'd be almost like cow tipping. It'd almost be like cow tipping. Oh, you know what? I should do that. Hi, cat. You know, you've got to wait for somebody to actually redeem it, right? Bapping me on the shoulder isn't going to get you what you want. You know this. This would be one of the penguins from Madagascar. Oh, God. I had to open Blurp component to get it to activate. Mobile doesn't automatically do it. It should automatically do it, though. You know, I'm gonna go see if I could have a bunch of money. We are planning on kind of running a few gear runs tonight. I'm gonna try to get myself. I'm gonna try to get myself something better. It's never automatic. See, I've got to look. I think that I've just got to reconnect Blurp, maybe? I don't know. Oh, that one's socketed, which would be handy, but... These are... And 78 to attack rating, cold resistance. I'm going to keep these two for now. That one would... Okay. 4% life stolen per hit, 22%, 3... That one's better. I'm not going to keep the socketed one. We'll keep these two for now. I'm almost broke again. That one's not as good. I think I can get... Nah, we'll go with these two. They're not actually that bad. They're actually slightly better. They're actually slightly better. The only problem, the main problem is that they don't have mono stealing on them, but they'll work. I need Mobetta. I always need Mobetta. That's the whole point of Diablo and in games like this is get better gear to kill things more efficiently. And healing potion. And cold. And I don't think the ad breaks are actually running because it's not notifying me that there's a potential ad break. So I've got to see what's going on with that. Oh, there is an ad? Okay. I'm just not seeing it then. Like, I'm not seeing the, maybe I just got to refresh it on my side because I'm supposed to see it. Like, I'm supposed to see that there is an ad break. Less than a minute? Okay. See, I don't see the green little pop-up thingy anymore. So I'm not aware of there actually being an ad running. Yep, this is the tomb that I will come back to. We ain't going in to fight Duriel yet. Get better scrub, dude. I just need better gear, okay? You don't have to hurt my feelings and talk like that, all right? This isn't a Souls game. Well, yeah, I don't see the thing over on like I don't know. It didn't do it over on other. I think that I've just got to refresh things. I think that I just got to refresh it. I just like to know that it's also incoming, and I don't. I mean, I have my timers and everything, but I'd just like to see it, so that way I know for sure. It's Twitch. They're twitchy. What can I say? I did not mean to do that. Twitch is goofy like that. Well, Twitch is twitchy. We all know Twitch is twitchy. And if you are going to be at TwitchCon, be sure to look for me. I'm going to be there. I will be there the whole weekend. At least it isn't as bad as 2K.
No, I don't. It sparkles and shimmers, it shines and delights. I must have it for my nest.
Again, this is a whole nother reason why I play these games. Shinies. Welcome in, Ember. It is good to see you. The twits who run Twitch seem to need reminding at times. They do. They do. I mean, it's all held together by Bondo. It's really all held together by Bondo, so that's kind of just the way that it is. A wild ember has appeared. Bondo is good. Bondo is good stuff. It is. 2K in their last update to WWE 2K25 deleted every Xbox user's everything. Wow. You don't go. Okay, look. You know what, folks? I'm gonna say straight up. I know Ubisoft has their issues here and there. I know Funcom has their issues here and there. But ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 2K Sports and their inability to really mess up everything. Once had a neighbor who had a car that was 80% Bondo. No kidding. I bet you it ran like a champ. Oh, EA Sports? Oh, well, EA. Well, okay. There, as soon as you say EA, that's like all you need to say. Like literally, that's all you need to say is EA. Remember the old like EA thing that always popped up for any EA game? It was like EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. We can't guarantee anything works. Ran very good, but looked like crap. Well, you know, it's Bondo. Did I just come out of that tomb? No. This is when we still got to explore for stuffs. Actually, you know what we could do now that I think about it? We could go kill Duriel and keep coming back and just keep farming for the night. And then by next or we you know, we'll just farm tonight. I'll just farm. I'm just gonna farm. I'm a farming. You don't have any other? Yeah, my version of farming simulator. There you go. I like that actually. We're gonna that's what we're gonna go with. It's my version of farming simulator. Farminate. See, I really like. Give me a claw. This is one thing I will say, and I've said it before. I really think that they kind of screwed over the assassin's weapon drop rate is kind of trash most of the time, and is the amount of golds you don't get much. Like you just don't. Oh shoot! I should have stocked up on healing potions. You just don't get enough. They don't drop often enough. Tomb of Tal Rasha. They're all the Tomb of Tal Rasha. Welcome to the Tomb of Tal Rasha. Welcome to the Tomb of Tal Rasha. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You have entered the Tomb of Tal Rasha. They're all the Tomb of Tal Rasha. I am Alfarius. Which one is that? I've already found the true tomb. I've actually already found the true tomb. And there's part of me that thinks that, you know, we could just go ahead and kill Duriel and farm him, because I think you can farm him now in this. Like you can keep farming the main bosses. I liked farming these tombs because there is so much stuff that drops in them. Like, they are good loot farms before going to Act 3, which is where things start to get a little bit like the once you get into Travancore and the other parts of Act 3, oof, they get it gets rough. Especially when you're fighting like the council. Unless you've got your resistances way up, which is another thing that I'm actually hoping to find stuff for, is raising my resistances. See, runes are great. I'm not finding anything to put them in. No, you are Alfarius? I am Alfarius. They're all Alfarius. I've also decided I kind of want to get I'm looking at possibly getting more tattoos. And I kind of want either on my left forearm I want the Mark of Chaos, and on my right forearm I'm kind of thinking about getting the Seal of the Inquisition. I think that I might do that. Because that just would, sure, you go ahead and be Spartacus. I'm gonna be Spartacus. We're all Spartacus now. I'm Spartacus, and I'm Brian, and so's my wife. Monty Python's Life of Brian. Still one of the best Christmas movies ever. Cat, you know the drill. Somebody has to feed you the treats now. I'm going to train her that on non-stream nights not to be such a pain in the butt. Like, she might get treats now and then, but like I've really got to break her of the I'm going to sit in front of the monitor and bug daddy. As long as you don't be cringe and get the Mark of Chaos on your eyeball, that's excessive, sir. That's excessive. No, like the eyeball tattoos, I've seen those, and no, like I don't understand. That is like so easy to get infections. Yeah, no, that's just a hard no. Like, or the other ones. What was the other one that people were doing that was kind of all the rage for a while? Was the blacklight tattoos. Like, people were getting tattoos that it literally only showed up in blacklight, and the worst thing about it was that ink was super dangerous. If it got into your bloodstream, it was toxic. No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have zero issue with people getting body modifications, tattoos, piercings, any of that stuff. But like at some point you've got to take you gotta be careful. After stream, go look up Zafan. Okay. Message me that on Discord. I will forget. Also, the split tongue thing. Yeah. The split tongue thing is another thing that's kind of like, that's interesting. Probably pretty neat, but not my bag. I've seen some people with that, and they're pretty talented, though. I will say that. Like, they can make their tongue move in multiple directions, and it's interesting. Okay, you know what? I would try pufferfish, but I would only do it in Japan. Like, if I ever go to Japan, that is the one place I would let them make fugu. I would not do it in like here in the States. I know that like even those that can serve it here in the States literally had to go to Japan to get certified to do it, but no, I'm pretty good. That's one that I have to be very careful on. And I think, what is it? Like, I saw something that said like those that go or that learn to do it, like the final test is they literally have to prepare it and eat it themselves. Just quit giving me runes. Enter Gloop Poland. He is related to the Siege Vrax, one of the better known wars. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on I would try the pufferfish. I would try it, but I would. Boy, that is you got to really be careful. Give me more mana potions. What'd the bot say? If you had to eat one dangerous thing for science, would it be pufferfish or those cheese wheels with live What is this? I've never heard of cheese wheels with live maggots. That sounds freaking disgusting. I'm sorry. I draw the line at maggots. Like, I see enough of those sometimes, especially in summer with the trash. I'm good. I don't, no, not, 9, yet. Healing. Get that. Mana. Jewel. Yeah, there's there's cultures where maggots are edible, and that's not a thing I would want to eat at all. It is my bot. Oh, it's a fermented blood cheese. Oh, that sounds even more appetizing. Thank you for specifying, Marcus. Now it is even more of a no. Yeah, the bot comes out with weird stuff, though. I did not program it to do that bit. See, I kind of like that. I like that. Like, I like that totem, but I want to keep that one. I could probably move these down here. Like, I'm having less and less. I know that these are kind of useless, but they give me a little bit more stuff. Yeah, that, like, doctors used to use maggots to play. Well, okay, so there's actually been a comeback of that. Maggots and leeches have actually made a comeback in medicine. And as much as, like, it's it does work. I mean, it really is it is scientifically valid to use them for that. But that's just it. That's all. I just want them that. I don't want to eat them. Chat did program my bot for me. That is a fact. They did program the bot over time. It's only gotten weirder. Like us. I mean, let's face it, the bot is a reflection of this community, and this community is weird. And we like it that way. Like, we are a band of misfits, and I like it that way because, well, we're all awesome people. I did not know. I just chose traits, okay? I didn't script anything. I didn't write any scripting. I just used the traits I could select. I am awesome people, duders. Thank you so much. I do try. I try to be awesome, caring, compassionate, kind, somewhat quirky, very much, goofy. And yes, you are, like, I mean, you spent... Hey, if you can put up with me, you're pretty awesome. I don't want to eat maggots who just ate my dead flesh. Self-vote is that... Oh, she literally just, like, she heard me open the thing, and she came off of her perch. Ever since I have put this perch in, by the way, that's where she lays, and that's where she stays. I guess I'm not pretty awesome because this goy stinks. I don't know. I'm not a goy. And I mean, yeah, no, if you say I stink, I mean, I just have no, like, no. I mean, you're not awesome because you got to think that I'm awesome in order to be awesome. That's how this works. Stinky Viking. Yeah, I actually ate the loot fist or whatever the heck that's called. No, I will not. That's another thing I will never ever try. You will not, or Sturmdrang or whatever the heck it's called. The what is it? What is it? That can of fish that you had, the fermented fish that you have to literally open underwater. Yes, yeah, the Sturstroming. Yeah, no. I'm brave. I'm adventurous. I will not eat. 10 out of 10. Not eating. See, she came down. She ate the treats. And now she is right back up. You're never going to see this cat laying down, hanging out with us ever again. She has that perch that I put in the window, and she just loves it. I'm not upset that I'm allergic to fish now. Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, just think of that. Like, whenever you're sitting there and kind of sad that you can't have fish or whatever anymore, just think it, like, at least you are prevented from ever having to eat that. Also, how you doing, Thyla? Welcome in. I hope that you've been doing good too. I mean, it's not like no, you're not forced to eat it, but like okay. My one best friend, he loves fish, he loves to fish, and his wife was fine, and then one day all of a sudden developed a shellfish allergy. Like, it literally popped up out of the blue. Like, one day she's fine, the next minute, yeah, she's like, we're talking EpiPen level allergies to fish. And it's like, he's like, she feels bad about it, and he's just like, yeah, dude, we got to be careful going anywhere for dinner, because if there is even the trace of fish left, she will have a reaction. And I feel for him on that. That is useless. I don't care what the thing says. This is still better. I don't want to eat my... yeah, that's fair. We used to make a soy sauce recipe that had tiny fish that had eyeballs floating around in the sauce. They're so small that you could hardly tell those were eyes. I've seen that. I forget what it is. I've seen that though. Like those fish specifically. Kanihi? Was that when you were over on Guam? Because that sounds like something that would be, well, on Guam. I still have not switched over to this. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna put those on. Those are Clegglaw's pincers. That's not Ice and Heart's case for you. And that doesn't do me. That really doesn't do me any good. Like, I'm literally... Oh, those were just 17 to attack rating. Actually, it's not bad, but I'll keep the slow. I feel for him as well, especially as EpiPens are fucked on price. Yeah, they're not expensive. They're not cheap. Spelling is wrong, as we called it on Guam. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Actually, like, that's the first thing that went through my head was like, oh, yeah, this must have been when you were on Guam. Josh over on YouTube said, Josh Bunton over on YouTube says, sounds like more like Thyla at her last growth spurt. What? I totally do not get the reference. If there was something I was supposed to get with that, I don't get it. I think that's the last tomb. Yep, that's the last tomb. So what we're going to have to do again. Actually, you know what? Maybe should I just go? I should just go in and kill Duriel. I don't have to go to the east. I don't have to leave Luke Ghislaine until I decide to, so I should just go in. Well, problem is he's such a hit point sponge. Oh, the fish. Oh. Wait, what? I missed it. I'm in abiotic science game and it's freaking me out. I heard my name though. Oh, you're playing Abiotic Factor? That game, I saw that game and it literally looks like a survival crafting version of Half-Life. That is like a survival crafting Half-Life. And it looks hysterical. It actually looks pretty freaking funny. It's Gordon Freeman's survival game. With added comedy from what I've seen. I'm just clearing this to clear it. But I think we're gonna grab the staff. We'll go in and try and kill Duriel, but then we're gonna come back and we're just gonna reset and farm again. Including probably another farming run on Duriel, to be honest. I need money to most likely gamble to get better weapons. And I need better gear. Gordon doesn't say much, but he certainly knows his way around the crowbar. Well, yeah, I mean, when you got to pry those little brain suckers off your head, that tends to happen. Okay, let me identify things. I don't want extra gold. I want... Well, I mean, I have money. Money I'm making. What I really need is just really good gear drops or rolls. I'm finally home, but now I gotta figure out foods. Well, you know, Alicia, I have a suggestion. Eat food. There. That's foods. It's figured out. Yeah, let me grab the staff because we need the staff. Yeah, potato. Imagine that, like eating food. It's this little known secret that you gotta eat. I mean, you get there. Well, I mean, there's food for thought, there's food for the soul, and then there's food that you eat. So you just got to eat. You got to figure out that you got to find the food that you eat, and then you're fine. Food? It's too hot to here today. Need drinks. How hot? Wait, how hot was it for you? Because it was like low 80s here. It was actually really comfortable all day. It's not heresy to eat. Why would you deny me a meal? A sumptuous Chinese meal. Wait, that's a different skit. Before the rain, it was 105. After it was 92. Ew! Neighbor said it was in the 90s today. It was a balmy 70 where you're at. Well, duders, you're like in the Great White North, so 70 is a heat wave. Here it was like low 80s and kind of cloudy, so it was actually pretty freaking comfortable. If I'm to be completely honest. You hit 82 and everybody dies? I mean, well, you're in Canada. 96? Yeah, no. You only need to believe in the God Emperor. He will provide all you need. No, he won't. That's what corpse starch is for. Wait, what? All right, let's see if we can kill this dude. Hey, do the thing. Oh. It's like, do the thing. All right, we've got that up. Dragon Tail kicks ready. Woo! Hey. Oh, there. Ooh. Okay, chip skull, couple of double axes. The amulet I'm interested in. Diamond. Like, I think that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Ah, we did. We in fact did. More of that. Actually, I meant to put in I meant to put that in the whatchamacallit. Is the sound for the game like super low? Is it like really low for everybody? I'm gonna have to figure that out. What sound? Like, I've got the sound turned all the way up for the game too. I mean, granted, like I've been like chatty Cathy here, so everybody can hear me. No sound coming in here. I had to turn up the volume to hear the game. Okay, let me hold on a second. Options, audio. I have everything maxed out. Hold on. That should be a bit better. I had to turn the game up on the actual mixer. I think that was the problem. Yeah, I had the game turned down on the mixer, and that's the reason why. I'm a professional. I really, really am a professional. Sorry about that. I think the thing is like when I play other games, when I play other games, I end up turning down the volume on the mixer, and that ends up making it quieter for everybody.
Hello. The Archangel Tyrael was the one who gave the soul
Professional derp is right.
260 years ago. It is highly unusual for the forces of heaven to so directly interfere with man's destiny. But Tyrael was said to act of his own volition. We have never been able to discern why. Perhaps he goes against the consensus of heaven because he doubts our ability to defend ourselves. Or perhaps he sees more threat than his peers. Where the actions of hell often seem straightforwardly bent on destruction.
Being a professional is 12 crashes and things not starting correctly. Dude, I had to reboot OBS numerous times and then reconnect Twitch tonight. I'm a professional.
Join with their brother Mephisto. If the three prime evils unite once again.
This is terrible news. Baal is in possession of one of mankind's most powerful mages, and the Lord of Terror guides his path. They must be stopped, for I am sure they mean to free their elder brother Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who lies imprisoned under the corrupted city of Kurast. I fear you are walking into a great evil, but your faith can save you. May you walk in...
Yes.
Let's see. Is this amulet any good? Maximum damage, attack rating. Oh, that's really good. That's better than what I got by far. These are no good for me for anything. Yeah, all I gotta do is just remember to turn the sound down on my headphones. Leave it maxed on the mixer and then just turn it down on my headphones and we should be good to go. Oh, you know what? I actually had space to do that. Let's sell that one. We'll do all the talking because there's a couple of people still to talk to, but it's called Spectrum to come out and fix my internet only to have redo all he did and start over. Oh, good lord. I have Frontier, and the funny thing is they keep trying to get me to upgrade stuff even more. And I'm like, I know how this works. You can tell me you're going to give me 10 gig internet, but it's only maybe 10 gig if nobody else is using it.
This is most unfortunate. If you wish to travel east, I have authorized Mashif to give you passage by sea. I imagine he should be very anxious to leave by now. Good luck on your quest, and thank you again for saving.
Like, Frontier's like, yeah, we'll give you 10 gig internet. And then I found out literally from their tech they sent out why I wasn't getting the 5 gigs that I thought I should be getting. He comes out and he goes, yeah, you'll never get that 5 gigs. You'll only get 5 gigs if nobody else is using the internet because it's on a shared backbone. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to farm some more because I do want better gear before heading to the east, but I do need to take a quick break. I need more to drink and all that fun stuff. Excuse me, and I will be right back. Thank you all for being here. Again, if you are hanging out and enjoying the content, enjoying the banter, enjoying me yapping, hit that follow button if you're watching on Twitch. If you're over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the stream. Be greatly appreciated. I will be right back. We're gonna get to some farming and go try to get even more Mo Beta gear. So I'll be right back, guys. right there. I have to take the opportunity. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Shit.
Hey, I don't care. I got better flight time on that.
Snuffy got stuff on you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it's like. The mod, yeah, the dragon does look bitchin' with this HD mod.
That's what she says.
Shit, I'm out of stamina.
Sure, I got advantage.
Small Viking time. Hi, Viking.
There we go. Hold on 1 second.
I've got one ordered, a Bluetooth thing for connecting one of my Xbox controllers. Potato calls us a dude. Oh shit. I'm not even gonna say a word. Not gonna say a word. But, yeah, I could have sworn you were too, dude. I thought I saw Feindal still in here, so we're gonna go see if he is or not. Yeah, I'm really gonna enjoy screwing him over. Twitch is weird like that sometimes. Sometimes it just there's people. Try sleep. Yeah. Secret button. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just, you know. Alrighty, I am back. Actually got me. I am back. I hope you enjoyed the clips while I was gone. Live in a gated area. Apparently, all our lines must be connected because even though the roommate keeps increasing our speeds, they never seem to actually increase. That's 100% facts. If you're all running on the same backbone, you're only going to get the same amount of internet. Hi, Tuna. I see you sitting there, but somebody has to do the thing. They have to redeem it for you. You're not just gonna get it. I still remember the first time ever playing this game when I learned that you could actually everything did actually like there was a way to reset or that you could reset and do these over and over again. I probably spent a good day gear farming these tombs. And somebody did. Somebody heard me. The original Diablo 2 was the first game my wife ever played. Mr. Grimm, it's just such a good game. It's like the original Diablo 2, the original Diablo. I would love to see them remaster the original Diablo. Of course, it would probably come with like microtransactions and shit, which would ruin it. Cause yay Blizzard. But honestly, I would love to see a remaster of the original. And this Diablo 1, 2, and 3. I can even forgive Diablo 3 for being what it is after what they did with Diablo 4. Like, you beta tested 3 but never bought it. I have the collector's edition of 3 because I wanted it so bad. I enjoyed... The only thing I didn't like about 3 was it was too bright. It was way too bright, and they tried to like wowify Diablo. it was good, but it was very quote unquote wowified. I just got a really rare ring. Didn't look at 4. I played, so you know what? I bought 4. I was excited for 4 because the thing is 4 was, they're like, we're going back to 4. We're going back to being a dark Diablo game, you know, a gothic horror style action RPG. And that is not what we got. We got the dark part. I played through Diablo 4 and I never looked back. Like, I never continued. I have not bought any of the DLCs and I could care less to. It is not I'm sorry. Diablo 4 was not a quote unquote. It was not a Diablo game. It really was not a Diablo game. The moment that I find me that's a really rare ring. That's like a beyond rare ring. I hope it's a good one. Keep accidentally doing that? Oh, okay. I will say this. 4 had a good story. 4 did have a good story. The last DLC was good for more story, but it doesn't have the replayability as Diablo 2 does. Like Diablo 1, 2, and 3. Diablo 1 doesn't have a lot of replayability. It's still, I'd play it again. If they remastered it, I'd buy it in a heartbeat and play it. Well, no, it does have plenty of replayability because the dungeon reconfigures itself every time you start over. But it's just there's no replayability class-wise. You get what you get. Diablo 2, ton of replayability. This will not be my last run through Diablo 2 for sure. And this time I'm going all the way to hell. Like, this run does not stop until after I've completed hell difficulty. What is it? Diablo 3 has a lot of replayability. Diablo 3 did have a lot of replayability. Diablo 4, I don't see it. I don't understand how anybody's really still playing that game. It just was kind of forgettable. And I've got to say that a large part of that for me was when one of the reasons why I'm not a Diablo 4 fan is I really like, okay, if you pick up weapons in this game, weapons matter. And you can just be doing basic attacks, not even doing specials, and weapons matter. Same thing with 1 and 2, but 4 is like, oh no, yeah, the weapon doesn't really matter. It's all your special abilities. That's literally a better, you know what? That one's gonna stay. We're gonna keep that one. New season mechanics, which is why people play still. Yeah, Nagel Ring. This is actually a really good one. Attacker takes damage of 3, magic damage reduced by 3, plus 54 attack rating, and 29% chance of getting better magic items, or getting magic items. That's what we're on a farming run. That's perfect. That's actually, like, that's a good drop. I think I sold my other ring. I did. That's actually a pretty decent freaking drop. I wish I had identified it before popping that chest. But you know, you never know what you're gonna get. Diablo 2's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I mean, I know that the seasons and DLCs and stuff they've been coming out with Diablo, like, or Diablo 4, like, actually add story. But I'm going to be honest, this is the problem that I have with so many games with seasonal stuff that's not just, like, okay, play the season and try to climb the leaderboard, is that by the time you finish the seasonal content, it's like a day or two's worth of content and you're done. looking at certain other games that I was really excited about that turned out to not be so great. That ring is a good drop. The RNGesus was on my side. I can't complain about that drop. I don't think, yeah, we're done in this one.
I can't carry anymore.
Really? Story of the season is basically non-existent. It's just story of why that season mechanics are in place, but at the end of the season, the story is eliminated and a new story takes place. So every season is more of a multiverse than a consistent Okay, see, that kind of is ass. Oh, I hear the thing that they're like trying to do now too is like they're bringing the paladin in as a class. Like they're bringing the paladin in, or at least there's talk of that. I don't know how serious it is.
Yes.
Well, I will say, like, if it's not comprehensively part of the story that you are dealing with in Diablo 3, in a way, I can forgive that. Or Diablo 4. Like, it's not cohesively part of that story. Because, kind of like, unless they're going to do something major, Diablo doesn't exist anymore. And now you're just, like, an adventurer off to adventure. You're adventuring for the sake of adventure and doing little quests and stories here and there. Kind of like, you know, Skyrim after you're done. Supposed to be bringing in a new class for the next big DLC. Yeah, and I've heard it's going to be... I've heard what I've seen on the internet is Paladin. Just in case I find something really good again, I'm gonna make sure to have a freaking town portal or a identify scroll on me. I don't know, like for me right now, I want to play this, and then I really do want to play like Grim Dawn, or even I might even get like, I don't know if we'll do Grim Dawn first, or if I'll really get into Titan Quest again. Because like Titan Quest is an even better Diablo in my opinion. Like Titan Quest is just an amazingly done game, and I to this day have not done every DLC for that. Even though I have them all, I've never sat down and played them, and I was having a lot of fun with Titan Quest. what little I have played of Grim Dawn is amazing too. Add another class, Viking Daddy better get the dad joke bard, ultimate skill, punishment in every dungeon. I already do that. Like, I don't need that because I am that. I still am gonna have to spend time. I know I'm still gonna have to go like freaking actually like gamble for good weapons. Do I plan on playing the AC Shadows DLC? Nah. Like, dude, I haven't even done all the stuff needed to play the DLC. I honestly have zero. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I gotta be honest about this, and I've been talking about this. I was talking about this a little bit last night in voice chat, in the Discord. Which, by the way, join the Discord. Come hang out with us. You know, you can find me in voice chat regularly, usually. Yeah, and it's a great place to keep up with the community and the stream and all of that good stuff. If you want to post a link to it in the chat over on YouTube, that'd be great. Here's the thing. I have really realized something. The only open world game at this point, the only open world game that I'm sitting there going, yeah, you know what? I can play this and I can play it and enjoy the crap out of it. And I'm really liking it, is Skyrim. Which I know is probably going to sound a little bit odd because, well, you know, I have thousands of hours in Skyrim and only one completed playthrough. But here's the thing. Okay. And I'm sorry. I have found this to be the problem. Like, I still haven't completely broke it over on YouTube yet. But I'm going to say the Let's Play of Horizon Zero Dawn is going to get shelved. I'm shelving that Let's Play. I am going to start a new Let's Play, but here's my thing. There was a time with games like AC Origins, Valhalla, Odyssey, that I would sit there and I have zero issue playing a very large open world game with lots of exploration that is basically, you know, the big thing is you can get lost in the game and in the process lose the plot because you just spent so much time running around the world doing everything. And even though I really dig what Horizon Zero Dawn is offering, it's kind of a fresh setting. It's kind of a unique little thing it's got going on that I was enjoying. Now that I have been back to playing Dungeons and Dragons, actually playing tabletop Dungeons and Dragons, number one, I'm finding myself wanting to play more games like that in general on the computer or on when it comes to gaming. And the reason for that is that as much as I do like what I have seen, and as much as I do like some of the stuff that I've experienced in Horizon Zero Dawn, my biggest issue is a lot of these games, they throw, like, you open that map and suddenly you're just bombarded with points of interest and side things and trying to do all this. And yes, I sat there and said, yeah, we're going to do all the things, and I wanted to do all the things. It became a chore. It's no longer fun. And I feel like these games have sacrificed narrative and storytelling for spending a lot, for basically giving you a world to spend your time in, looking for everything to piece stuff together. And with like Horizon, Dude, I was finding weird stuff in the middle of what was it, in the middle of the in the middle of nowhere. I'd find this little spot and oh, this is a piece of lore, and then I got to sit there and read it and do this and do that, and I'm like, I miss games that are kind of telling you a story and have a bit of narration to them, while also having a lot of action. You know, a lot of stuff to do. So I really, let's see, what are those? See, I don't know. Those are 10 to 14. These are 10 to 20. Blade Talons are actually pretty decent. I'm not feeling those type of games anymore. Like it used to be, I would think, okay, you know what? I just spent how many hours? Like 100 plus hours in a game, and like, okay, I got my money's worth. Now I'm just sitting there like, I don't mind spending that 100 plus hours, but I want that 100 plus hours to be spent with a game that's telling me a story that I don't have to piece together through a whole bunch of weird shit that I find around the world. Even if it is a cool concept, like, I just don't want that. Hold on. Open, like, current bitrate is higher than a recommended bitrate. Oh, 6800. I've got to adjust the bitrate. So I got to remember to do that. It still says that it's it's good. I'm not worried about it. But no, like and playing D&D and playing role-playing games, playing games like this that are a little, yeah, there's some exploration and whatnot, but it's still very narrative driven. I'm really much more interested in that. And with these, it's kind of the loot, but I'm much more, I'm enjoying that more than I am very large open worlds that just like have a strong opening, because Horizon Zero Dawn had a really strong opening, but then just throw you to the wolves and go, here, go have fun and play in this sandbox. Now, what makes Skyrim different, and this is why I caveat that, because you may be sitting there and going, why do you think that it's like, or why do you say that but think Skyrim's amazing? The reason for it is, if you take a look at Assassin's Creed games, you take a look at Horizon Zero Dawn, I will probably, even though I've never played it, I will throw in like Ghost of Tsushima. They have very large open worlds and they are very story driven, but they're story driven based around a very specific character. So, Assassin's Creed, it's always one of the main character protagonist assassins. It's Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn. But when you're playing something like Skyrim or any of the Elder Scrolls games, your character is a completely unique creation that you make, and then you go adventure. You can literally go into Skyrim, be like, especially with the mod for Live Another Life, you can roll a new character, play Live Another Life, and unless you really are actively seek it out, you can enjoy all kinds of adventures and dungeons in that game without ever interacting with the main story unless you go near Helgen. It becomes its own thing. It really does. It's its own universe that you could literally sit there and be like, I'm going to roll a character that I'm only ever going to play for like 5 to 10 hours tops. But during that time, experience an entire story just for that character. Maybe it's playing a character that, okay, I am, a Nord whose family inherited a mine, or I inherited a mine after a relative passed, and I come and I find out I'm at level 1 and I find out that the mine was taken over by, what is it? Like, I find out the mine's taken over by bandits. So there's a whole little story in there of arming your character, getting a little bit of experience, becoming and taking back your mine. And you'll have taken back the mine and nothing respawns and it's suddenly yours. And you could literally be like, okay, that's enough Skyrim for me for a while. And go play something else and come back to either that character or roll another character to do something else in. And it just isn't like you don't feel like you've missed out. And you also aren't really like losing out by not being in the main story. You're just not losing out by it. Meanwhile, Horizon Zero Dawn, AC Valhalla, Shadows, Origins, Odyssey, any of the Assassin's Creed games, you're like playing as one specific character that you like. There's a whole bunch of side stuff to do, but really, you're trying to finish that specific character's story. And I get that like each quest is its own little thing and it's unique and yada yada yada, but it's still all part of just that person's story, not a story that you could make up on your own. And there's no uniqueness really to your character. Your character is always one way. It's kind of my critique for stuff like Cyberpunk's a different story. My problem with Cyberpunk is unless you really, really know the system, and this is where I got frustrated with that too, is unless you really, really, really know the system, the builds are kind of frustrating. And if you don't do it just the right way, you're not going to really have a good time in the fights. I think that The Witcher 3 was going to be the same way, which is one reason why I still have not actually done The Witcher 3, because at the end of the day, it's a very build-dependent game. I can't believe how... Look at the crappy drops off this guy. Like, that's ass. I really feel like, you know, that's one of the problems that I have with those two games in particularly, even if they are really beautiful, really well done. And I was enjoying the story of Cyberpunk. The story was really good. But at the end of the day, I would rather sink my teeth into something like, well, Rogue Trader, Baldur's Gate 1, 2, or 3. In fact, 3 might be the first Let's Play. I don't know yet. Any of those that have kind of an overarching narrative to them that's being told. Oh, I can't. It's forcing me to go through there. That have that overarching narrative that make them interesting. That kind of has a storyteller telling you the story, kind of like a dungeon master. Or even, you know, strategy style CRPGs, like a couple of like Warhammer Chaos Gate. Also, like, what was the other one that I was playing? Mechanicus. BG3 has so many variations to the same story. See, that definitely gives some replayability. Plus, there's just a lot to explore, and there's a narration. You just learn how to beat the bad rolls. Oh, bad rolls I'm not worried about. I just don't like being stuck. The biggest problem I had with Baldur's Gate 3, and y'all were there, I was really into it. I was really into streaming it, and then I get to this plot device part, and I don't know why I did that again. I'll just go through here because I think there's a town portal. My biggest issue was when I got to a plot part where they're supposed to put you to sleep and I was an elf. Like, you were supposed to drink that potion, you were supposed to go to sleep, and I was an elf and it didn't put me to sleep and I had to kill everything, and then there was no escaping the goblins stronghold. there was no getting out of it. So I literally, like, That's what made me stop playing it, and I honestly I wasn't kind of feeling the warlock character. I might make me a mage. I'm probably gonna run the game again, but I'll make a mage. So I've never done a full like warlock. I even fired up. I've even got a game going right now in the original Neverwinter Nights, which is a probably one of the. But I'm gonna say it. Like I'm old, so it is what it is. But BioWare made some of the best RPGs ever. BioWare did the original Baldur's Gate series. BioWare did Neverwinter Nights. You know, and Neverwinter Nights was a boon for the D&D world because it allowed the recreation of a lot of classic. I think that was that's the tomb we were just in. It allowed the recreation of a lot of classic D&D stuff. Like somebody did okay, we already did that one. That's the one where Tal Rasha was, or where the whole thing was. They redid, like, in using the toolkit from Neverwinter Nights, they remade the classic Eye of the Beholder game. That one was epic. That one I played the crap out of, like, when I was a kid. And they're still making modules for Neverwinter Nights remastered for the enhanced edition. Up until Mass Effect 3 came out, they were doing great. I don't know about... See, I can't comment on Mass Effect because it's a series I never played. Because I was always, again, more fantasy than I was into the space operas and the space RPGs. So I can't sit there and say what was good and what wasn't because I've never actually played. I mean, is BioWare even, like, BioWare is still around, I think. I'm really you know what I'm really hoping for right now more than anything? Stuff like this. Heavy boots. Like, weapons I don't mind going and gambling for. I'm really hoping for... I do have an identify. Like, that's lower defense, but I will take it for all of the good stuff that's on there. Basically made all your choices null and void. Yeah, no, see, that would kill me. That would honestly bug me if that was the case, so I can understand where people would be upset about that. Because choice, like, being able to have the continuity for your choices in these games is, like, hella important. I really am kind of in the... There's part of me that really, really wants to redo. Like, my first replay, or honestly, my first... Let's Play, I really do kind of want to reboot.
Yes.
I kind of want to reboot the Baldur's Gate playthrough I had started, and there's a reason for that. The reason is because I know, like, Minsk and Jaheira and a few others make appearances in Baldur's Gate 3, and it's really cool to know their origin for the series and for the story. They were working on Star Wars The Old Republic, so they shipped it off to a new company, finally then released the train wreck that was Veilguard that did the same thing from all of the series. You know, you called Veilguard a train wreck, and there's a lot of people that I know that absolutely loved Veilguard. And I don't get... I mean, I'm not... Dragon Age is not something that... Like, Dragon Age Origins was the first one that I ever played. And I played the crap out of it, and I probably wouldn't touch... I never got into the other ones. Even when I had access to them, I just didn't get into them, so I probably wouldn't even bother playing Veilguard, just because I'm not that big on Dragon Age. I still don't get why it was a train wreck. A lot of people that I know loved the game. I think that most of these. All right, Potato. Thank you for the lurk, dude. I gotta be honest. I think a lot of the this game is a train wreck is just because of YouTube bullshit. It's just because of rage bait on YouTube. Which, by the way, I mean I can recommend a game and you're free to play it or you're free not to. But if you completely base your opinions off of what others say, you're gonna miss out on some great opportunities. I think it was mostly the writing. See, I don't know. I haven't played it, so I don't know. But everybody that a lot of people that I know said it was pretty damn good. Again, I think everybody should just make their own decisions on whether they like it or not. I can't say that I can say what I've heard from some. I've heard others that just like hated on it for rage clicks on YouTube. So I can't say one way or the other. First-hand experience, okay. That's fair then. That's fair then. And I must be off. Have a couple of things done before bed. Duders, get a good night's sleep. Thank you so much for being here as always, and I hope that you have a fantastic Tuesday. I just couldn't get into Dragon Age after the first game. I played through it so much, and the other ones just didn't hit me. They didn't click with me the way that it did on freaking like the first one. Like Origins and the first couple DLCs were excellent. And I want to be very clear about something. Like, my opinion of newer games, there's some that are coming out that I probably will very much get into. Titan Quest 2 will definitely be one. But my opinion of the big open world games has kind of soured over the years. Like, it just feels like, another checklist. Dude, you know what I think? You know what I think made Origins hit differently? Was that you had so many different paths and options and ways to affect the story and your interactions with everybody. And like, it was the first one that had so many romance paths, so many friendship paths, so many different ways to define your character, even if it was kind of limited, that it was so well done. I think the only character I never actually played, and I heard that if you knew what you were doing and did it right, it was super powerful, was the mage. I couldn't get into the magic gameplay in that one. Oh, we got dipshit in here. Not gonna lie, this talk of Origins made me want to play through it again as an evil wizard. You know, I don't think that I ever played through the game as a fully evil dude. I don't think that I ever did. back in the day, it was real easy. When I was growing up, and playing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, most of the characters that I played in the game were pretty damn evil. Now, I have a real hard time playing an evil character. Even if well, no, I can't say that. I did in Neverwinter Nights on some Perpetual Worlds. I had a really good evil dude. But my evil wasn't the usual, like, I'm going to go and, you know, destroy an entire town just because I can. And believe me, my character was powerful enough to do that. My evil is more like I'm going to slowly take over everything and be running everything and pulling everybody's strings and be kind of the puppet master behind the scenes. I even had paladins thinking I was amazing, knowing full well that I was I was an evil necromancer. You have to do an evil playthrough on BG3. See, Baldur's Gate 3, the thing with that one is they made an evil playthrough real easy. They made a darkness or whatever playthrough where you embrace the fact that you're an evil bastard. In fact, if you play the original Baldur's Gate, which they have the enhanced editions, go play the original Baldur's Gate. Play Baldur's Gate and play Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Am. Excellent morality plays. In fact, when I do play through Baldur's Gate again, I've got to play as a cleric, and there's a reason for that, and I think that they literally kind of made it. I'm not going to say that it was 100% intentional, but with how hard it is to actually find a cleric to join your party in the original games, they kind of wanted you to become a cleric for a very specific reason. I feel like BioWare was kind of forcing the choice in many ways. Yeah, well, yeah, but isn't there literally like a playthrough where the character, the class or whatever is 100% evil? Tuna, no, you need to move. I'm going to move you in a minute. Somebody's going to redeem treats for you or you're getting moved. Because I'm not having you sit there in front of my monitor and in front of my face. No. Yeah, don't spoil it. Oh, what the hell? Nope. Kitty's not getting treats. Kitty just... I don't even know how I managed to die right there. She just got... She got the floor. I don't even know how I managed to die right there. That was out of nowhere. Let me go get... Oh, I have all this shit on me and no gold.
Good to see you.
I mean, all of this stuff is useless. I'm giving you treats only because somebody freaking redeemed it. After that, you better get the hell out of the way. It's called the Dark Urge, and you can embrace it or resist it. See, I thought I saw an option to play a class that basically embraced it out of the gate. But then again, it's been a long time since I fired that game up since I rage quit it. Alright. I've got to go get my shit back. I can't believe I freaking died right there. Damn cat. Oh, I should have... Okay, I have enough to resurrect him anyways.
Good day.
At least he can maybe take a couple of hits while I'm grabbing my stuff. It should re-equip, though. If I could mash 2 Diablo classes together for the ultimate chaos build, what would it be? Necro, Barb, 7 skeletons, and then yell at them till they run faster? That actually... Oh my god. Ugh. That's right. I've got to go actually to the tomb and then find my shit. will say this, we probably will continue. There probably will be more farming like this week. Especially now that I got this ring for finding good shit. No, don't fight them. I do not have my stuff. That's a dead end. See, that's the thing that makes Titan Quest such a great game for this type of games. Is the fact that you can mix classes and it becomes and mix masteries till they become a class. And it's awesome. It truly is awesome, the mixing that you can do in that. Oh, come on. Okay, you know what? Yeah, no, I ain't got the healing potions. I ain't got the healing potions to deal with this right now, so we going back.
Good day.
Load up that. Oh, not that. Okay, we've got that loaded up. Sounds more like a commissar for, yeah, like a commissar that's yelling at, yeah, that actually would, that would kind of work. Dark Urge in BG3 is playing as someone with amnesia. Certain points in the game, you get these urges to do dark things. It's up to you to, if you embrace the urges or not. You could also just make any character and just make it all the evil choices as well. Okay, that makes sense. Also, another thing in BG3, they added more subclasses and more mod support as really the last major thing Larian had planned. Ooh. I'll be curious about the subclasses. If there's one specific, I don't know if it's still around as a subclass. Or I should say prestige class, because that's what they were called in 3rd edition and 3.5. If it's still there, there is a prestige class for the Pale Master that would make me roll another Necromancer in a heartbeat, even if it does mean being an evil or non-good character. Because the Pale Master, if you ever played Neverwinter Nights and got one of those, oh, they were so good. Ever played that class? They were just disgusting. Of course, it also helps that they had a whole bunch. They became partially undead. It was literally a prestige class for those who really liked necromancy. And like they become immune to stun and immune. I had this one guy in a perpetual world I worked on. He was kind of the law. And he tried to hit me with this thing that was supposed to stun me, and I just laughed at him. There's just Necromancer. Well, I mean, still. Hey, playing a Necromancer is still a cool thing. But that's really, unless I'm mistaken, unless, again, they've changed it because 5th edition rules. That's just choosing a school for affinity. Death Domain Cleric, Necromancy Wizard, and Spore Druid? Okay. I've never heard of any of those.
I am overburdened.
I will have to look into them. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, I should have put that in there. Broad axe. We can grab that. I'll have to check it out.
Stay a while and listen.
I will have to check it out.
It is an honor to serve you.
See, a game like that has so many different ways that you can play it, and like literally would reward you to play multiple times. I can dig. I never even used this. Oh, wait, why am I putting that there? I wanted to sell it. I'd rather take that. I'm gonna sell that. I need to have a little bit more room here. We got that. Boom, boom, boom. That there. Organization. Yeah, you. Sell that shit. Yeah, well, see that. So it's not really. I'll be honest. That's not really like necromancy wizard is just a school affinity. It's not really. Yeah, it's a specialization in a school, but it's not. It's not what I would consider a necromancy class. I finally made it to Act 3 with an honor mode run, trying to get my golden dice. Oh, like honor mode, like being the ultimate good guy? Is that what that is? Because I'm betting that ticks off a lot of party members. Honor mode is so freaking hard. Can't use quick loads or any type of reload. Oh, so no scum saving. So wait, let me guess. So if you completely die in honor mode, the game is over. Yeah, okay. So if everybody dies, the run ends. See, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of dig that idea. Like, I honestly am really bad about in Baldur's Gate. I admit, I was really bad about scum saving. It just was the thing to do. Especially with traps. Carissa, wait, got you wished out of existence? Carissa's partner got them wished out of existence. What? What is that? What, how? It also gives all the bosses legendary actions. Ew. In other words, it's just hardcore mode. What you're saying is it's just the hardcore mode version of Baldur's Gate 3. Real quick. See, I don't know, like at some point, I think once I got my first playthrough under my belt, maybe I'd look at a hardcore mode. Just like I'd probably look at a hardcore mode of this. Or but like I want to get through an actual regular playthrough first. They angered a deity who knew wish. I was doing an honor run with a friend. They made a choice to try to read the wrong person's mind and failed the roll. Then we got wished out of existence. Oh my god. That's horrible. Funny, but horrible. Like it has there's a humor component to it that I'm like, ah, but also I feel really bad for you. Like, I'll just laugh. I won't point and laugh, okay? I won't point and laugh. Games like, we gave you this ring, now we're not giving you shit.
Can't carry anymore.
That dude, that is horrible, man. I'm sorry that happened. I couldn't. Oh man.
How may I help you?
Wait. Oh, I sold it. I don't get to buy it back, I don't think. Yeah, no. I was like, wait a minute, that one might have... No, it wasn't. That is the ultimate FAFO. That really is the ultimate. And oh, you can point and laugh because there's one of those dumb ways to die moment. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Yeah, that is a dumb way to die. It is. But still, if you were doing the like, look at this shit. Not a single magic item out of that freaking, not a single magic item out of that chest. I literally am supposed to get more magic items now thanks to gear. Like, give me more yellows and super rares. No, I will not point and laugh at that. If you were doing a challenge run like that and had that happen and you all died and that ended it because of that, I would be raging. You off my island, off my planet. I mean, on the top 100 ways to die in BG3 is the conversation then. Like, that honestly is a pretty awesome, like, that, okay, that's actually not, that is such a unique way to die. That's a unique way to die. That's a unique way to die. I almost had a dumb way to die there when I didn't heal myself. That was almost a dumb way to die. Give me a good Grand Charm. We knew it was a possibility and there was a way to guarantee for it not to happen. They just took an unnecessary risk with no rerolls left. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, death's around every corner. You never know. I still think some of the most insidious monsters in D&D games are like basilisks and cockatrices, and honestly, of old school, and I don't know if they've changed it. They may have changed it, but old school D&D stuff, some of the worst monsters to run into, rust monsters. Rust monsters could ruin your entire party's adventure instantly if they got a good roll. Obviously, anything that can turn you to stone. Thus the basilisks and all of that. And you know, and I'm not talking like late game, because you can run into rust monsters and even basilisks and all of those. You can run into those pretty early. Yeah, you don't have to be in, oh. Oh, it's just that's just, yeah. That's not worth keeping. That's not even worth the money. I still remember numerous times of dealing with rust monsters and them you know, one hit and suddenly there goes your sword that you were attacking it with and you have no other backup weapons. I think the only thing they couldn't completely destroy was, like, I want to say what was it? Magic weapons and armor. They couldn't make rust.
Stay a while and listen.
None of that's worth, like, this is good for money and gems. Even though honestly gems are not even used much anymore. I still collect them because they were at least useful in, like, Diablo 3. But I will keep that.
I can't carry anymore.
Yes you can, because I just said you can. There. Arr. I think we got time to clear one more of these tombs tonight, and then that's gonna be it. Then we'll just farm it. I do want to farm a bit more because I just want some. I like so a lot of the stuff that I'm carrying. Yes, I can get more in Act 3. But I want to go into Act 3 kind of decently geared. I think the big thing, if I remember correctly, the big one to have resistance to in Act 3 is fire. You can't trust yourself enough to not save scum, so honor mode just makes me live with my choices and roles. Yeah. I think I think I'm gonna... I have to... Saves, that's the one downside to Baldur's Gate 1, I will say, is that it is real easy to do harder dungeons that you shouldn't even be looking at. They're basically DLC dungeons. It's if you're save scumming, Durlag's Tower is a joke. It really is, because it's just sitting there save scumming until you use your rolls up. And I'll be honest, I messed up with that because I did save scum. And I shouldn't. And I did. Oh, another one. Another creature that I hate that you can face early, especially in Baldur's Gate if you're going along the coast. Sirens. Sirens and anything that can charm you, because there is nothing worse than having your fully kitted out, uber strong, powerful warrior fail a saving throw to a siren, and then he just walks around and kills your entire party. Had to happen. Harpies are annoying, sure. But still, anything that can charm you, turn you to stone, any of that, that's the stuff that I hate. I'm gonna put that to 10. I can't stand look at that at 9. I mean, eventually I'm gonna max out Tiger Strike, but not today. The first thing that's gonna get maxed out is Tiger Kick.
I am overburdened.
There are harpies early in BG3 that have killed me because of their lure song. I have not. I don't think that I have faced those yet. I will need to face those. I will need to experience them for myself. But if they do that, then yeah, no, they suck. See, I do want to do those games for Let's Plays, because I can sit down and, while I am going to offer commentary, I can also, like, just kick back, relax, and listen to the dialogue and, you know, be immersed in the game and not have to be like, shh, okay, I want to listen to this. Meanwhile, these games, I can mindlessly run around dungeons and kill shit while talking with all of you. And get the satisfaction of new gear and stuff.
I can't carry anymore.
What am I can't? Okay.
Good morning.
PG3 can make for amazing Let's Plays, especially if you're really good at RP. See, I love... I playing actual D&D again has my role play, like my role play chops are just like that desire is there, that enjoyment is there again. So yes, yeah. And again, it also goes back to they are fully narrative driven. I'm even curious, like, okay, so I don't know if Baldur's Gate, or if the Baldur's Gate series is going to be my first one. I don't know if I'm going to do Icewind Dale yet. I kind of really do, like, the one that I want to do the most of is really want to do is I really do want to do a playthrough of Rogue Trader. Like, it just, again, because I'm sitting here reading all these Warhammer novels, that's another one that I really want to do. I cannot handle multiple Let's Plays. I have a hard enough time at times dealing with one. And I want to really sink my teeth into it, and I think Rogue Trader might be it, or it might be, it's going to be Rogue Trader or a Baldur's Gate game. I know that that's going to be the game's choices. Just make sure you do choices that fit with your RP over just what is the best option. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Like, honestly, this is the thing, is if I was to do Rogue Trader, I know that there are like 3 possible outcomes. There is the dogmatic outcome, there is an iconoclast outcome, and there's a heretical outcome. My biggest problem playing Rogue Trader, now I know that I could do a full playthrough that was dogmatic, I would hate myself for doing it. I would honestly 100% hate myself for doing a completely dogmatic playthrough of Rogue Trader, but I kind of want to, especially since they've introduced the since you can play as a Custodes. Like, that just screams, okay, you need to do a dogmatic playthrough where you are literally 100% on board with being the shittiest person that you could possibly be because you are a good citizen of the Imperium. You are literally a yeah, that's the best way. That's honestly the best way to describe it. I don't care if you're starving. You will starve in the name of the Emperor. Like, I saw somebody posted, I think there was somebody posted it in a Steam review. They were like, "Oh, I can't stand this. It's horrible. Even if I make the quote good choices, I get punished for it." That's because you're making the good choices. You're not making the right choices. A heretical playthrough could be fun too, but there's a Sister of Battle in the game that I kind of want to romance. You gotta romance the battle nun. And there's also the fact that Owlcat is going to be coming out with another Warhammer CRPG, and this one they're promising is going to be fully voice acted. I really wish they'd take the money and go back and release more updates with even more voice acting for Rogue Trader, just because I know if I really do a let's play of that one, I'm going to be reading a lot of dialogue out loud. Which I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind reading it. It's just, it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of out loud reading. I may have to use voice mod. Maybe I'll use voice mod and read it in different voices. The only thing that sucks is I don't have like a voice mod pack of the voices from the game, so I can't just be like redo the voice acting that way. Okay, come on, start dropping some stuff that I can actually use here. Game's getting really bad with it, really stingy again. Like, we gave you a ring that's supposed to increase your magic item find. Psych. Here's your magic items. They're all blue and useless. There's a blue balls joke in there too. I'm saying it before one of you degens does. Oh look, another Eth rune. Just what I needed was more runes of the same freaking type.
I am overburdened.
There. BG3 has so many different endings. The ending all depends on your choices you make during the entire game. The romance, options you choose, how you end companions' quest line. See, that is what that is. Okay. One of the great things about the Baldur's Gate series was the reputation system and how party members reacted to you based on what you did. So that kind of thing that just offers so much replayability. You just got to keep track of what you did. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look, we got another super unique. I got all excited. Picking a romance for maximum drama just sounds like a normal day at the park. And also I think that there's a lot of side questing and plot. There's very similar to that stuff's all very similar to or very similar happens in Rogue Trader too. Though again, haven't fully played it through. Played a bit of it, not all of it. Not to mention you have the Tav custom character and the 7 origin characters. Yeah. See, I'm not sure that I would play any of the origin characters. I really like just creating my own. With his own backstory. I had to pick, would your Tav be chaotic good or full goblin energy? Any answers before these ads steal my soul? I don't know about picking a Tav character. I honestly don't know. Oh my god. Wait, that's like okay. This is awesome. We actually got like a unique armor and unique boots. Trade repair. I don't need like these totems. What is this? 20% faster run rock, 2% mana stolen per hit, plus 2 to leap. For barbarians, plus 29%, 12 defense. That's still better than those. Well, that did have better magic items on it. You know what? We'll leave these on for now. We're going to save these boots, and I'm actually going to save them for a barb character if I ever run one. Then not doing solo self-found. At least, like, yeah. But, we're going to leave those for now so we can keep getting more magic items. But those boots, minus the fact that they've got leap on them, which is useless to me, those are actually pretty damn good. The mana stealing alone is awesome. A Resist Dark Urge is what most people consider to be the canon story. It has the most interactions stories in the game. Okay. See, I kind of know what the Dark Urge... I know the Dark Urge stuff. If they're... Well, no, they're probably not doing that storyline again. I'll have to play it. I'm not even going to guess because I'll be wrong. All right, we did get a second clear. We might run this one. Honestly, it took this amount of time. I think we might run this one. Tomorrow night, we're definitely gonna try to farm more. I do want to see what this scale mail is. But is the ad break done and everything? Because I don't see the timer and all that.
It is an honor to serve you.
10% faster run walk, 84% enhanced defense, 15% to maximum cold resist. This one is enhanced defense, 3 to light. That's a no-brainer. That's way more useful. All right. We'll hang on to that. No, we'll get rid of that. Okay. Is the ad running? Can anybody tell me if there's an ad running right now? Because I literally can't freaking see. It's not telling me on my chat and events window. We'll switch over. I know it's only a minute and a half, so. Of course, I gotta wait for Diablo to actually exit. It's ads are rolling. Now it's saying that ads are rolling. I gotta wait for Diablo to exit anyways. It's frozen, as always. Yep. It's not responding. Okay, we'll cancel. All right, I am gonna have to figure out why I can't see that the ads are rolling. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope that you all had fun. I hope you enjoyed watching. Again, if you're new and you enjoyed watching the stream, please do hit the follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube and you enjoyed watching there and you enjoyed listening to me blab and kill things, please do hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the stream. It'd be greatly appreciated. It helps me out as a streamer, as a content creator. I hope that you all have a wonderful night. We will be back tomorrow night. Like I said, things are settling down in a way that's, I want to stream more, at least for a while. And that means, more nights to see my lovely face. We'll probably back off eventually, but for now I'm going to try to do it. We'll try to be back tomorrow night, and we're going to try to play all the way through the week. I just got notified that the ads are over. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for the ones who resubscribed. Thank you for the biddies. I hope you all have an amazing Tuesday. We will be back tomorrow night with more Diablo 2. We're going to keep grinding a little bit and try to get some more gear. It's starting to pay dividends. So have a wonderful night, everybody. If you're watching over on YouTube, thank you for watching there. We're going to end over there, and then we're going to find somebody to raid over on Twitch. So have a great night, everybody. And we're going to go to Twitch. That's not what I wanted to go to.